Welcome. Good to see you virtually. I'm glad that you've taken the time to pop this on. Maybe it's a busy time for you, a busy time during Christmas time. Can feel like a bit of overwhelm. So I thought it'd be really nice to have a little reset, just a short meditation, some gentle stretching, and just to come into some conscious breathing as a bit of a reset. So thank you very much for choosing to watch this. So I've taken a bolster, take any blocks that you need, any support under the sitting bones, and to be comfortable. So make sure that means that your feet and ankles are supported. If there's any tightness around the ankles, and certainly a blanket, folded blanket will feel like another layer of comfort there. And raising the pelvis so that the pelvis is actually slightly higher than the knees. Take any support again under the knees. And then just simply resting the hands on tops of the thighs. So you can have palms facing up. This just opens across the armpits. Creates a little bit of space just to settle into that breath and just find that comfortable position for yourself. So if you find kneeling just too uncomfortable, then take a chair. And the same principle applies. You find the space between the sitting bones, adjust the buttock flesh out and back so that you can feel grounded across the pelvis, and just allow the breath to settle, the body to settle. And maybe you can slowly come into contact with the breath and just notice perhaps if it's a little shallow up in the chest. We may like to just settle that by bringing one hand to the upper chest and placing one on the lower belly. Doesn't matter which one, just go with your instinct there. And just see where you're breathing into. So keeping a sense of softness around the lumbar spine, the lower back. And of course you may close the eyes and just allow yourself to really tune into whatever is going on for you. Notice if we can bring a little awareness down towards the base, settling some of those thoughts that may be moving like a continuous thread, and really just resolve to, allow that to settle like ripples on a water's edge, or a pool of water, and just allow that last sort of ripple to just settle. And you can breathe into the hands if this sensation of, the touch is very subtle. You can feel into that where the palms meet the skin on the upper chest or the lower belly. You may even be able to tune into the warmth of the hands. And in this way, we're really just bringing our awareness back to our body, out of the head, and just settling into a more subtle awareness of maybe the tension that arises, concerns, thoughts, feelings, emotions. They're all in the same realm. So just by coming to this moment to rest, to bring your attention back simply to how you are in this moment, just to witness that, to rest in that awareness. Well done. We're going to slowly release the hands. You may like to just open the eyes if you've closed the eyes. We're just going to have a little stretch through the back. So we'll take the fingers, interlace the fingers, turn the palms out. Exhale. So really push those palms in towards me and allow that to settle. That breath, that exhalation. And then we can slowly bring the hands all the way up. Lift all the way up through the arms and outer armpits, and then slowly bending the elbows, bring the hands behind the back of the head. Breathing deep. And may just again settle into that feeling of touch sensation at the back of the head, into the palms. And the shoulder blades gently sliding down the back. This movement may be completely subtle. If somebody was watching those shoulder blades, they may not see any movement whatsoever. But just by bringing your awareness to the softening, the allowing, we can become more in tune with how we are in this moment. Well done. We're going to exhale the fingers, slowly release the hands. Take the hands out nice and wide so you can have the palms facing forward. Extend those arms out to the sides so we feel spacious and open across the chest and the heart center. And again, just softening those shoulder blades down the back, across the tops of the ribs, down the back, really soft in the hands. And we're going to bring a little movement to the hands and wrists. So again, just mindful that if the tops of the shoulders across the deltoids feel a little tight, and bring a bend to those elbows. So, we can allow this softening, this contact with the breath. You may wish to move the hands independently or make little fists, rotate through the wrists, and then extend palms up, rotate. So we're just softening across the shoulders. Well done. So any movements. Good. Palms come down. Let the hands just settle. Really let the arms release from their sockets. We get this lovely sense of dropping any tension that we're holding, particularly on the top of the shoulders. Opening through the armpits by turning those palms out so we rotate the thumbs. And just settle. Loosen off around the neck joint. And just bring your awareness now to the lower back. So this is our moment really just to check that we're not sort of projecting forward and leaning back. So we feel into that neutral pelvis. We want that pelvic bowl just to sit in a way that feels super comfortable. So hence the adjusting of the sitting bones, that you can feel nice and even across the base. You may like to rest the palms face up on the tops of the thighs, again depending which posture you've gone for. So seated, kneeling, it may feel conducive to just having the palms facing up. Of course you can always place one on top of the other. And just take a deep breath all the way down to the base. So whatever's touching the ground, the earth, really bring your awareness there. So really start to bring that energy down through the head, through the crown, all the way down through the spine. So we can just settle some of that energy, some of that movement. Start to still those movements. And we're going to close the eyes, keeping the jaw nice and soft. Hands are soft on the lap. Spacious and open across the collarbones. Jaw is soft. And just slowly bringing your awareness to the top of your head with a sense of openness and light. We're just going to allow that light just to brush over the entire head, down the forehead, sides of the neck, across the shoulders and down the arms, all the way down through the central spine, and just feeling that sense of ease and spaciousness as we settle those movements from, if you like, a deeper sense of motion to a stillness. So we can visualize that if we're so inclined. If a visual is helpful, you may like to visualize those ripples on the water just easing out to a stillness. And just allow that light to permeate the whole of the body as we settle into the breath, all the way down through the chest, side ribs, whole of the back, throughout the pelvis, down through the base, all the way through the legs, knees, ankles, soles of the feet, down to the very tips of the toes. and the fingertips. So the very extremities and beyond. So we get this sense of being held in lightness, in space, but remaining grounded, secure, settled, rooted in that peace, that deep peace of yourself. And just allow the breathing to be natural, honest. So if a sigh arises, just go with that. Allow that to fully express itself on the exhalation. And just resting the awareness in the heart center. And if a thought arises, just imagine that ripple across the water and passing all the way out and disappearing. Breathing nice and deep. Allow the eyes to open. Namaste.